So for the last couple of days, I have had thoughts going ping pong, ping pong, ping pong inside my skull, which is annoying. So I thought if I spoke to the camera for a little while, I could expunge those thoughts and move on a little bit. So here's the thing. I recently hit the milestone of 4,000 hours of viewing time on this channel per year. Now, if you're wondering what that has to do with the cost of anything, I shall tell you. It means that with over 2,000 subscribers, and you only need 1,000 subscribers, and 4,000 hours of watch time, you can think about getting monetized, which means you earn a little bit of ad revenue from your videos on YouTube. Nice, thought I, because if I could do that again, and I did do it before 2018, when lots of changes came in for monetization, I thought I can start using it to offset some of my costs and getting hold of ancient toys to show you. Marvellous. I failed. And I failed because the channel was assessed to have reused content. Now, you might think that means copyright content. It doesn't necessarily. It means that if you record a video that doesn't have any commentary, that doesn't sort of add value to the thing that you're displaying, it's not really deemed to be original enough to be original content. So it becomes reused content. So 14 or 15 years ago, yes, my channel is ancient, just like I am, I was recording cartoon video intros from proper physical videos using a specialized piece of kit called a Canopus ADVC, I think it was called. And I would get those onto my ancient, like sort of, I don't know, I can't remember what the machine was. Next one after my Pentium 166 anyway. So it took a lot of processing power to do it, and a lot of storage those days to do it. And then I uploaded those little videos onto YouTube, and they were my first ever YouTube videos. And some of them, the more popular ones, now have hundreds and hundreds of comments against them. Unfortunately, what they don't have is commentary, because they're little videos. It would never have occurred to me back then to put anything other than the videos up, because I thought it's fair use, it's review, it's nostalgia, it's fine, no problem. So I did that. And yes, they are subject to copyright claims, but not all of them. And so when I applied for monetization, I think that it was those that were blocking it. I then discovered, to my surprise, because I'd never been through the process before in modern times, I had an option to send a video to YouTube of no more than 5 minutes long, explaining why they'd made a mistake. They hadn't, of course, made a mistake, because their policies were eminently clear, but I thought that because I'd made the content, I wasn't reusing it. But the thing is, there's lots of that content on YouTube now, so it looks like it's the same as other content, and it doesn't have a commentary, so I was repeatedly shooting myself in the foot, basically. And I'd hoped, and indeed asked on the video, could they give me some feedback as to what the problem was? Was I right in thinking that it was those videos? And basically I got a standard response back that basically said, you told us about specific videos that were not representative of your channel, not your channel itself, and therefore we're not going to monetize you. You can appeal in 30 days. Right, I thought. I think I now have 3 options. So option 1, I delete those videos, which I don't really want to do that, because there's a lot of history there. One of them has almost got 1 million views, which feels like a thing, and I still get comments about them now, and they're not great quality. They're ancient because they're from VHS tapes, and they were taken off VHS tapes in a day when technology wasn't right up there. So we are talking over a decade ago now. So it would be a shame to lose them, but I could delete them. And if I got rid of all of those, I would probably cripple my watch hours actually quite a lot. So I would probably not be able to monetize for a while until I'd done more original content on the channel. My other option would be to download them and then upload them to a different channel. That would probably work, but all the views and all the comments would be gone, and I would still lose the watch hours from the main channel. So what do I do? Third option may be to make those cartoon intros and so on private or unlisted, because I think that would then take them out of scope for monetization consideration purposes. And the irony is, you see, that they look at your most viewed videos to see what your channel is like, and the irony is my most viewed video is a cartoon intro. So as soon as they saw that, I was probably dead in the water from a monetization point of view. So what do I do now? Those seem to be my three options. I don't know if the third option works, and even if the third option does work, it will probably still cut my hours watched in a year time down quite radically if it does what I think it would do. So I'm open to suggestions, really. I don't have to monetize. It's not absolutely essential that I monetize, but it would help me internally justify doing more videos that involve buying stuff if I did it that way. And it would... The problem is that YouTube don't tell you which videos are the problem, so I'm only assuming that these ones are the ones that are considered reused content. I just don't know. But I'm guessing that's the case. Best guess is that... And I have posted on a forum that's very helpful with this sort of thing, and they basically said, yeah, those are probably the ones that have been the problem. My Babylon 5 ones apparently might not be monetizable, but they might not be the blocker as such. So again, it's kind of rock and hard place. It's, you know... I didn't do them to get monetized. That wasn't my aim. And when I found out that I wasn't monetized, I didn't go, I spent all this time doing my Babylon 5 videos. Why haven't I got monetized? Because I was doing them as a project for me and because I thought other people would like them. So I was actually fine with that as a concept, not a problem. But it would be nice to be able to generate a little bit of revenue like I used to on the AdSense account before these changes came in, and kind of automatically demonetize me at that point, which really should have been a bit of a clue, I suppose, that I was no longer going to be eligible, but maybe my watch time at that point wouldn't have been enough anyway. So any suggestions you've got, you know, I would welcome. I don't really want to go as far as trying to do Patreon, because I don't know that I would be able to dedicate enough time to generate enough content to make that worthwhile for people to sign up to and pay for. I think I feel a little bit bad doing it that way. I'd rather just do sort of straightforward YouTube advertising, just get to a point where it would just generate a little bit of income each month. That would be the ideal. But they are not going to let you just do it. You know, you're going to have to properly try and generate the content of a sufficient standard, of sufficient volume, that you will get yourself up to Mr. Beast proportions. You know, it's kind of, it takes some doing, I think. I think they've got quite a high bar these days. So that's it, really. I've got it off my chest now, and hopefully it hasn't recorded with a stupid echo this time. That'd be nice too. But, you know, I'm not the most sophisticated YouTuber in the world. I get that. I'm not the youngest YouTuber in the world. Also appreciate that. But it would be nice just to get a little bit of cash, so I could keep buying all this random stuff to show you. I've got some other stuff to show you. I've got a cupboard over here to my left. It's full of graphic novels. I could look at those for you and recommend you some. And I may well start to do that, because the other thing that's weird about this week is that I've got no Babylon 5 episodes to record. That's really weird. It's like I haven't had that gap for 2 years plus now. That weird. But no, I enjoy doing those. You know, I did them for the sake of doing them rather than anything else. So it's all good. So I think I'll leave you there. But if you have got any comments, any suggestions, anything you'd like to see, you know, any workarounds you can think of for my cartoon video things. I mean, I am psychologically moving myself to the point where actually I could just put them somewhere else. They'd still be available to watch. People could still comment against them. they just wouldn't look as if they'd been around forever, and people would wonder why in 2022 I was uploading stuff that was like 320 by 160 pixels, But that's just, I'd have to do some sort of explanation for that on a new channel, I suppose. But anyway, thank you for listening to me warble on, and I'll see what brainwaves you guys can come up with, so thank you.